ambitious. This is a bit ambitious.
Hey, listen.
Welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Shak and today I'm going to be going through the books I would like to read in May, my May TBR. It was only until I started making this video that I realised that this May TBR is incredibly ambitious. These are just some books I kind of would like to get to. It's not like set in stone, nothing is picking my TBR this month. This is not like a secret or themes TBR. It's just kind of me scattering my shells and being like, what do I want to read? Bearing in mind as well that June is LGBT plus awareness month, it's like Pride month, and I want to make a queer recommendations video in June, so like a lot of these books may reflect that. That is just because I want to get on board, alright? Without further ado though, here are the very ambitious plans I have for my May TBR. The first one on here is a very short poetry collection that I originally saw on BookTube, and I've heard is very good, but I'm getting mixed messages from BookTube at the moment, and that is Halsey's poetry collection called I Would Leave Me If I Could. I have a feeling that this is going to make me cry. It's like a 5-star prediction for me, but I'm trying to like not have my expectations too high. It has a really abstract cover and I'm loving it, honestly, I really am. And I love poetry and I want to get to know more of it, so I'll let you know what my thoughts are of this if I end up reading it, but just something a little bit smaller, on the smaller side of my May TBR, which is very ambitious and big. Next we have a 2021 new release that I haven't got to yet, which I really need to, and that is Across the Green Grass Fields by Mcguire. This is the next book in the Weird Children series by Mcguire, which is essentially about like these children who get transported to these fantastical worlds and then they get spit back out again because they're too young to decide whether they want to stay or go home. So they get sent home and they're kind of like really disorientated and need help being integrated back into society. This is where Eleanor West's School for Weird Children comes in, and so they are basically taught how to be humans again via this school. Basically Eleanor is a wayward child herself and wants all these children to return back to their rightful place in society, which is in these fantastical magical worlds that they found. I have a special place in my heart for this series, honestly, even though it's not my favourite because it got me out my reading slump last year. They're just so small and so easy to read. All of them are on Scribd, I'm pretty sure, and I just enjoy consuming them. They're really light-hearted fun. They're not the best I've ever read, but I really would like to get to the newest release in the series in May so that I can prepare for the next one, or if it's the last one then just read it and see what my opinions are, because I think a lot of people have been giving it like a 5 stars or a 1 star. It could be anywhere between those two, and I'm excited to see where the rest of the story goes. The next one we have on this list is one that I've actually been wanting to read for quite a long time and matches my outfit, so GG's, good job me. And that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Cenas. This is basically a coming of age queer novel, I'm pretty sure, which that just sells it to me. Like if you say it's a queer coming of age novel, I am there. I'm in the front row, you know. I think this is basically just about Ari and Dante teaching each other things about the universe, about each other, about queerness, about sexuality, about love and relationships, whilst them being in the closet. And I'm just really excited to get to this. I haven't yet, and it's been so hyped up on BookTube for so long, and Book Twitter and Bookstagram, everything like that, and I'm really excited to finally get to this and to read it and possibly even love it. I'm really excited. Next we have a newer release but equally as hyped as Ari and Dante, and that is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. This was released I think a couple months ago, maybe last month, I can't exactly remember, but I've heard nothing but good things about this and I'm very excited. This is about Grace, who normally is quite like reformed and she's quite, you know, serious and strict with herself, but this is all broken down when she goes on a girls trip and ends up marrying a woman in Vegas, I'm pretty sure. On the back here it says, in New York she's able to ignore all the constant questions about her future and falls hard for her creative and gorgeous wife, but when reality comes crashing in, Grace must face what she's been running from all along, the fears that make us human and the need for connection, especially when navigating the messiness of adulthood. I'm guessing this is like a queer woman romance and I am so excited. I genuinely am. I've heard nothing but good things about this, people giving it 5 stars left, right and centre, and who knows, it could be one of my favourite books of the year. It's got potential, it's got so much fucking potential. Next we have a book that is quite different actually. It's one of my therapists recommended for me, and you know, that's what kind of thing we're going for. One of my kind of like New Year's reading resolutions, my goals for the next reading year, was to read more non-fiction, and I haven't really done that as of yet, and so I'll be making my way through the list of the non-fiction books I already have. That is starting with Attached by Dr. Amir, Levine and Rachel Heller. The reason why my therapist recommended this to me is because we have a suspected anxious attachment type on our hands, and this is basically the like leading force of attachment theory is, and everyone who has a good sense of attachment theory has read this book, and I decided to go ahead and pick it up because my therapist recommended for me to read it. On the front here it says, are you anxious, avoidant or secure? How the science of adult attachment can help you find and keep love. So this is for people who are insecure or even secure in their relationships. It teaches you the science behind relationships and how you're brought up in our childhood and how that reflects into adulthood. and it just feels like it could be something that could educate me and point me towards a more secure attachment style, which is what I aim for ultimately in therapy. So really excited to get to this. I hope that I manage to in May. The next one that I really would like to get to is the Bromance book club by Lissa Adams. This is essentially about a guy called Gavin whose marriage is on the rocks, and it finally gets tipped over the edge when he finds out that his wife has been faking orgasms. The big O. She's been faking it, right? Gavin has never pleased her, and she's always had to fake her orgasms. And so in realizing this, Gavin decides to seek out the help of an undercover bromance book club who read romance novels and understand women, and they're straight alpha males who read romance. This is gonna be so fucking good. I really hope it's good. And he decides to read the books and go to them for advice on how to get his wife back and how to really like satisfy a woman in the right way. Oh. I was really interested in this for multiple reasons, but I thought the concept of, you know, a man wanting to find out more about the female orgasm and how to like actually successfully please his wife and doing what needs to happen and reading the things that he needs to read in order to like satisfy her and to learn more about it. I'm really interested to see how the characterization comes through in this novel, how the alpha males are in like the book club. I'm just really excited to see this, and it could go either way. It could be a really good book or it could be a really bad one, and I'm here to make that risk and make that decision and show you what I think of it. Next we do have Take a Hint, Danny Brown, because the Eve Brown book, the third book in this series, came out and I really would like to read it. I meant to read this in a vlog with the first book, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, which I vlogged, and I might vlog this one, I might not. It depends on what my deadlines are like, and you know, I've got a lot of stuff to do in May to do with uni and April and stuff. I might vlog this, I might not, it depends what I've got going on, but I really would like to read this in May because I didn't read this alongside Get a Life, Chloe Brown, which I was meant to in that vlog. And I also would like to get to the next book in the series, and I hope this is as good as the first one because I really enjoyed it. This is basically about Danny, Danica Brown, who is very career driven. She's like a Capricorn, obviously, and she's very career focused. She's never really been interested in romance or like settling down anybody until she asks the universe for like a playful friends with benefits, like as a joke, and the universe obliges and sends her ex-rugby star Zafir Ansari, and the two of them have like a fake dating romance for the public eye because they are caught after a one-night stand together. They decide to have this like fake dating relationship, and I'm guessing they end up actually falling in love with each other. I'm really excited because I like the fake dating trope, I really do, and I'm excited to see where the storyline goes. I really am. I love Talia Hibbert. I think her writing is really easy to get through and it's perfect for an ambitious TBR like the one I have for May. The last few books on my TBR is why it makes this TBR so ambitious. I have a pre-order of Heartstopper Volume 4 coming in May, and I would like to read all of the series up until that point, as well as Volume 4, and also the novella Nick and Charlie. Essentially, the Heartstopper graphic novels by Alice Oseman follow Nick and Charlie, who are queer teens again. Nick is bi and Charlie is gay, and they form this relationship, and it's basically about them navigating what it's like to be in the closet, what it's like to be openly queer, and the trials and tribulations that, you know, being in high school and navigating that and what that comes with. I love and adore the series, I really do. I think it's really true to my own experiences as a queer person who was in school while being queer and was both closeted and out during school. These graphic novels are normally really light and fluffy, but there are really some harsh topics that are dealt with, such as mental health and eating disorders, so do be careful when going into this. But I'm really excited for Volume 4 to come out. I'm really excited to vlog my experience, and I'm gonna have so much fun reading these. I think I'm just gonna have like a 24-hour readathon where I just read all of them and vlog it. It's gonna be an amazing time, an amazing break from uni work, because I fucking deserve it, alright? I've worked fucking hard. Well, there you go. Those are all the books I would like to read in May. There are 12 books on this list. 12 books on this TBR, and normally I can read 8 quite comfortably in a month, like 2 a week, but some of these are quite short, and all the graphic novels I probably will read in one sitting, and then I've got the poetry collection, and also Honey Girls is quite short as well, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get through all of these quite comfortably. But if I don't, obviously it's not a detriment on me as a reader. You can read whatever you want and still be a reader, like there's no qualifications that you have to complete. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this May TBR. I really hope that I get through all these books, because there's some of my very anticipated reads of the year on this list, and I hope they're as good as I imagine them to be. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video, but for now I hope that you enjoy any books that you pick up or any productive activity that you decide to do. Outros are hard, I make it hard for myself every time, but I will see you hopefully next time. Goodbye!